Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So I wanted to say thank you so much for watching this mini presentation. I'm Ryan, by the way, and um, I'll be your host or presenter or whatever it is. um, so the title of my course is called Quick Wins. It's a lead generation tactics for email copywriters. However, even though it says here that it's for email copywriters, it can also be applied to different freelancing niches. Like even if you're a social media manager or a website developer, you can still apply the lessons in this mini course. Um, so, um, but before anything else, I would like to give meaning to to the title, which is quick wins. The reason why I put quick wins here because I genuinely believe that um, when you're doing something like your business or whatever, especially in freelancing, it's very important to celebrate your small wins, your quick wins, because your end goal for becoming a freelancer is to land a client, right? At least in the beginning, that's your end goal, to land a client, one or two clients. Now, if you're the type of person that um, it's only a win for you when you land a client, then you're gonna burn out. You're gonna feel burn out from the numbers of cold emails, job posting that you're applying to, because um, if you don't celebrate the small wins, like if someone replies to you, even if they say no to your service, then you should celebrate that, because it means that whatever you're doing, you're continuously getting results, and that's what's important. You should embrace it, celebrate your small wins. Okay, so that's why I made I made quick wins as my title in this mini course. So all right, so let's get started now. First things first, a little bit about me. Before I became a freelancer, this was 10 years ago. I was like many people. I work in a call center, so I commute. There's a lot of traffic here in the Philippines. I'm a college undergraduate. Um, I think I only took like I say 3 months of college, and when I was in when I was working in corporate, it was graveyard shift, so I'm used to working in the evening, right? And I became a dad. I met my wife in a call center company, and then when we get when we get married, um, I promised my daughter, my upcoming daughter, by that time that I will I will do my best to spend as much time as I can for her, because that's one of the things I didn't experience when I was young. I didn't have my parents didn't have a lot of time for me, especially my dad. So, but it doesn't mean my parents are bad. They just didn't have a lot of time for me. They were good parents. It's just that as a kid, uh, you want the attention and the time of your parents, right? So that's what I promised to my eldest daughter. And now I have a second daughter that I need to keep that promise. That's why I love freelancing. It's been a life changing opportunity for me, and here we are now. This is me and my wife and my two kids. Um, we spend a lot of time um, going going outside, going somewhere, traveling together. Even though I don't particularly like traveling, but my wife and my kids love it, so um, that's what we do most of the time during the weekends. And of course, Monday to Friday, it's there's a lot of work, but at the same time, it's very rewarding because um, I work at home. I am when my daughter goes to school, I'm there. When they eat breakfast, when I'm there. And also my wife. My wife is a freelancer too. She's probably working from home for about 7 or 8 years. So we're really a good match. Okay. And then um, as a freelancer, I believe that it's important not to be a stagnant person. Meaning, just because you learn something, you're gonna be stuck there. You have to continuously learning. And I took courses from two of the best email marketers and email copywriters here in the Philippines, and that's them. John Pagulayan and Alan Ngo. Not sure if you heard about them, but they're two of the best um, freelancers out here, and I learned a lot from them. And many of the things that I will teach in this lesson and in the future lessons will be uh, many of those lessons will be the lessons I learned from these two people. It's influenced by them. Okay, so in this mini course, here are some of the things that you'll learn. So you'll learn the common approach that most freelancers do and why it's counterintuitive. And then the reverse approach is the is the approach that I do. Um, for me, this is the more practical and better one. I'm not saying the common approach is bad. Um, it's 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 okay, but if you're not getting results from the common approach, then you might wanna change your strategy. And then number two, like what I mentioned, it's why it's counterintuitive to study first how to become a copywriter. Because for me, if you want to become a copywriter, or even if it's other niches, um, what's important is not to study copywriting, but to study lead generation, or to get clients. And then number three, this is gonna be at the end part. There are the four different ways to reach out to potential clients. All right. So so the question is, why do you have to learn lead generation first? Why? Well, my number one reason is because when you start with lead generation, you learn copywriting naturally. Um, what I mean by that is you're gonna have a good, or I wouldn't say good, but you're gonna have a steady foundation before you even start learning copywriting. Um, think about this. What usually happens when you take a copywriting course? Um, and this is where the common approach happens. Okay, so when you study copywriting, the common approach is that first you learn the copywriting fundamentals. You know, the features and benefits, um, how to write in a persuasive way. You know, those are the fundamentals of copywriting. And then number two, the frameworks and structure. In copywriting, There's what we call the frameworks or the structure of the copy, meaning you don't just write randomly. You write in a structured way. Like for example, at the top there's the title, and then after the title there's gonna be the body of the copy, and then in the body there should be the problem of the market, and then after the problem there's the agitation or agitate, meaning you have to emphasize the problem, and then at the next paragraph will be the solution to the problem. So that's how you write copy. There's a structure in it. And then after you learn these two, the fundamentals and the structures or frameworks, you're gonna have to start writing. You're gonna start writing social media, emails, sales pages, landing pages. Those are the things that most copywriting courses will teach you. And then after you write those samples, you're gonna start creating a portfolio, which will help you get clients, right? So that's how you usually approach on how to become a copywriter. And this is a very common approach that it makes newbies stuck in in this loop. Uh, for example, this this screenshot, I got this from a copywriting group. So if you would read it, it says, um, I finished my course. So this person already finished the copywriting course, but now I don't have a portfolio. He doesn't know how to write a copy. So he says here, they just taught us techniques and frameworks, like what I said earlier, but no assignments, nothing practical. That's actually the keyword there. It's not practical. And then she's asking for help if there's anyone who can guide him on how to write a copy or how to research. And then if you would check the comments there, he says that he completed so many courses on YouTube, other online platforms, and he even read books about copywriting. Okay, so that's the most common approach or common way that's happening to many people who wants to learn copywriting. So if you are like that, well, I have a surprise for you. Well, now, what if we reverse the approach? And this is the kind of approach that I do. And this is the approach that I would do if I was starting again as a copywriter. Okay? So, with the reverse approach, instead of studying copywriting, you study lead generation. So, you would study how to get clients first. While you are getting clients, you're already practicing writing. Why? Because you have to create cold emails and cold messages, right? So you're already practicing copywriting because you have to persuade them to hire you or to work with you, right? Now, as you practice your writing, you're getting your clients, those cold emails that you get replies, you can use them as for your portfolio, because those are the emails that persuaded someone to contact you back, right, or to reply to you. And now, as you continue getting clients, that's when you can study the fundamentals and the structures of copywriting, meaning your first cold emails, cold messages, of course they're gonna be crap. That's normal. But as you go along, your cold emails, your cold messages, your reach out templates, they're gonna be much better. because you are doing it on a consistent basis. You're doing it consistently, and then at the same time you're studying the fundamentals and structures of copywriting. Okay, and these are the skills that you will develop once, if you're going to use my reverse approach in getting in copywriting. Okay, so you'll naturally do researching, networking, giving value, building credibility, and of course copywriting, meaning you'll naturally become good with these things: researching, networking, giving value, credibility, and copywriting. We'll talk about each of these one by one. Okay, so we're going to start with researching. So why is research number one? Because research is the most important step in copywriting. Actually, not just in copywriting, but research is probably the first and most important step in any business. Because before you start a business, or before you start writing a copy, you have to understand who your target market is. You have to understand your audience, because if you write something and you don't know who you are writing to, um, your copy or whatever you're gonna write is gonna be very confusing. For example, um, let's say you're selling a product to to a to dog owners. You cannot write a copy for dog owners, but you're talking or you're writing like you're a cat owner. Can't do that. You have to know how to talk to the dog lovers, how to write um, words that will emotionally provoke the dog lovers. That's why research is very, very important in copywriting. It makes you look like someone who can relate to that market. Like, let's say you wanna write a copy about weight loss. Okay, you cannot write a copy about weight loss if um, if the way you write is for, let's say, you're it's like you're talking to people who are already fit. That won't work. So that's why research is the most important. And in lead generation, you will learn how to do research, because you have to research your clients. You have to know who they are. You have to know where you will find them. You have to know their struggles. And here are some of the steps that I do to when I'm researching potential clients. And this is very easy. First, you just have to go to websites or social media, um, and then find out the name of the company, or the owner, or the hiring managers, the decision makers, and then just save their info on a spreadsheet. That's it. Um, you can um, you can put their names, their email addresses, if the email is available. You can also put the name of the link to their websites, the name of their company, um, their Facebook pages or their LinkedIn accounts. As long as they're available, put it on a spreadsheet. That's how you do research, basic research on your potential clients. Okay. Now, um, once you see you research their information, um, you don't have to send them cold messages immediately. Um, you can network with them first. There's a saying in business, um, that that says your network is your net worth. So meaning, the people around you is your net worth, meaning the opportunities will come from them. Okay, so it's best to um, build relationships with these kinds of people, because you'll never know where the where and when the opportunity will come. Okay, now as a freelancer and as a copywriter, here are the here are the types of people that you wanna network with, you wanna build relationships with. Number one is your target market. So these are your idea. These are the clients that you wanna work with. For example, my ideal client are health coaches, because I really really wanna work with them. Because first, I worked with health coaches before as a chat support, and then I know how to talk to their customers. I know how to talk to people who wants to lose weight, who has health problems, because I've talked to them before when I was working with health coaches. So that's my ideal client. Plus health coaches, there's a lot of coaches in the world, so you'll never run out of target market. Meaning, they're profitable. Okay, so that's type number one. Now for number two, I would network or be friends with agency owners or business owners. Why? Because you don't know when they will hire. If they're the owners and they need someone, especially small business owners, they would post it in their social medias. Like agency owners, digital marketing agency. They need copywriter all the time. They need copywriters to write for social media for their clients, or if they're an email marketing agency, of course they would need email copywriters. So you can watch out for those opportunities. And of course, business owners. Business owners can be businesses not that's not your target market. Like me, my target market are health coaches. But for business owners, I can target um, people who sells tangible things like e-com, right? Like if they sell computer parts, or or let's say bicycles, those kinds of businesses. You can do that. You can network with them. And then third are hiring managers or decision makers. So this is kind of different from business owners, because they're the hiring managers or decision makers, like HR or director or CEO. They're not the owners, but they can make decisions in a company. So you might want to add them too. And then number four is fellow writers, fellow freelancers, or fellow email marketers. Um, why? Because many freelancers, even if whether they're newbies or um, you know professional freelancers, old-time freelancers, many of them think that um, other freelancers are their rivals, you know, which I don't believe so, because um, with fellow writers, if you if you become friends with them, if you network with them, um, they might have clients that could be looking for other types of writer, because there's not just one type of writer, right? What if you became friends with a social media copywriter, and then you're an email copywriter, and then that social media copywriter's client is looking for an email copywriter, right? So he can create a post, or look for other writers to help him, right? And then it's the same with other freelancers. So let's say you're an email copywriter, and then you became friends with, let's say, a website designer. If that website designer has if that website designer's client is looking for an email copywriter, then of course you're the first person that they can endorse to the client, because they know you as an email copywriter. And then of course the other fellow email marketers, because email copywriting and email marketers, they're like two sides of the same coin. You cannot do email marketing without email copywriting, and vice versa. You cannot do email copywriting without email marketing. The difference there is that email marketing is on the admin side, meaning if your job as an email marketer is to send emails, analyze the numbers, the statistics of your campaigns, designing. That's the work of an email marketer. But with email copywriting, you're mostly on strategy and writing emails. So imagine if you're friends with an email marketer and then his client, or his, let's say he's working with an agency, and then he's looking for an email copywriter, then you'll be the first one to be on the top of his mind if ever that his company will look for a copywriter. And then lastly, non-profit organizations. Because non-profit organizations usually they're the kinds of organizations that looks for free work, right? The thing here is, if you offer them free service, it doesn't have to be a lot of service. You can just do, like, let's say, one, two, three projects in a month with them, and it will open opportunities for you. For example, if they're looking for um, social media copywriter, then volunteer yourself. Do one type of social media copy in a week. That probably won't take you 1 or 2 hours. So when you do that, and then they accepted it, it's going to be posted in their website. And in nonprofit organizations, many people follow them, even if it's a small organization. So meaning, it opens up opportunities for you because your work will be seen by many people, and some of them could have businesses. So this is nonprofit organization uh, is the perfect way, one of the perfect ways to um, build your portfolio. Because if you offer them free service, most of the time they'll say yes, as long as they need that service. Say social media management, social media copywriting. You can always um, they are always open for free work, and of course it's a bonus if they will pay you, right? So that's my take with non-profit organizations. Okay, now let's go to number three, which is giving value. Okay, so in giving value, um, this is this is like the same with the non-profit organization. This is helping or giving free service without, without asking in return. When your help is genuine, the impact resonates far beyond expectations. Um, Meaning, when you help other people, whether they're freelancers or businesses, um, especially if the help is genuine, it really they would really feel it. There's a big emotion that they would feel if your help is genuine, and if, of course, if they would appreciate your help. Um, here are some of the ways I give value. Number one is cheerleading. Cheerleading is when you thank or compliment them in whatever they're doing. For example, I my target market is health coaches, right? Our health coaches. One way I could cheerlead them is, let's say, they did they did a program with a client, and then their client was very happy. I can just say, congratulations, something like that. Your client must have been very happy with the results they got from you. That's it. That's one way of cheerleading. If they post something about travel, or let's say they have a new pet or new baby, just, just tell them how happy you are for them. That's cheerleading. And believe me, you're gonna be on their radar once they will start noticing you if you do this cheerleading. And then number two, this is my favorite, answering questions. So this is kind of like, if you know something on a subject and someone asks for help, let's say in a group, then answer it. Doesn't matter if you're a newbie or you're an expert in the subject. Answer it, because if you answer it in the comment, it's not just the person who's asking the question that will see you. Other people will also see your comments in the group, and because of that, they might see you as an expert in case they'll have a problem with their business. Let's say let's say in copywriting, a newbie asks about how to write a copy, something like that, and then you replied, you know you answered his question, a good answer. Now that good answer can be seen by another person who might need a copywriter, and then he was, let's say he was impressed by your answer. He could reach out to you. I actually got something like this from someone. He's, what you call this, he's not my niche. I mean, um, he's an e-com, he sells clothes, but he reached out to me because he thinks I'm a good email copywriter. So, and that's because I answered questions from a lot of groups. I didn't know, I actually don't know where group he came from, but he was the one who approached me first. I didn't know him. So that's the power of answering questions. And if you don't know anything about the question but wants to answer it, then just search it on Google, or ask ChatGPT for the answer, and then answer him. You can just say, um, I'm not an expert on the subject, but here's what I got from Google, or here's what I learned from another client. You can also say that, or here's what I learned from, let's say, a mentor. Here's what I learned from my mentor. This situation, this is what you can do, blah blah blah, like that. That's how you answer questions, even if you even if you're not an expert yet in the question or in the subject. Okay, and then the third one, to give value, is to provide samples or lead magnets. When you say sample, um, this is when this is when you're approaching someone, or if someone needs help, and then you can give them a sample or lead magnet that they can use. For instance, let's say you're a social media manager, right? And then you wanted to give value to 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 a potential client. What you can do there is, whether that potential client is looking for a social media manager or not, you can send him a sample like, hey, um, hey man, I see you're posting a lot on Facebook. I have a sample of a content calendar for 1 year. So if you use this, you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking what kind of content you can post. Just check this calendar, and then, depending on the day, you already have content idea ready for you. So that's how you give samples, or that's how you give value. Um, you send them samples or things, or resources that are ready, and that they can use immediately. Like for me, if I'm an email copywriter, I can send a sample welcome email to someone that might need a welcome email. And lead magnets, Basically, lead magnets are just comprehensive uh, comprehensive collection of samples. Like, if sample you can do one email, lead magnet can be 10 emails. You know, if you have a content calendar for 1 year for social media, then that can already be a lead magnet. Or a lead magnet could be, let's say, templates. Let's say, 365 templates or photos of of people who who wants to lose weight, something like that. You know, something that they can immediately use. Or it can also be strategy guides. You know. Okay, so here's some of my samples from from those uh, from those strategies. These three strategies: cheerleading, answer questions, and lead magnets. This is what some of the results I got. So this one, this is more of like answering questions. So this person was uh, asking in a group about copywriting, and then I put a genuine comment, and a little bit of strategies that they can do, like compile your best post and use it as a portfolio or case study. That's a that's a strategy. And then his comment was, he said was, I swear I'm touched by this, Ryan. I love the way you put it so much. See, he was thanking me a lot because he really appreciated my my comment or my answer to his question. And you know what actually makes you stand out from this? Some people who post questions in groups, some of them aren't getting answers. So imagine a post that is not getting answered will be answered by you. You're the first one. So if people will see that question and see your comment, they'll only see you as the expert. They won't see other because they're not seeing other people. That's the power of replying or making comments, answering comments. Okay, and this one for sample two. This is sort of like the helping my fellow freelancers. So a few years ago, I did a freelancing challenge, and this is where I met these wonderful people. So what we did is we helped each other during the freelancing challenge, and then one of the rewards that we got is this testimonials from from your fellow freelancers. So you get this. I gave them testimonials too. We help each other, and now I have social proof to show that um, I'm a good freelancer to work with because I have these people talking about me, about my ethics. That's that's how cheerleading, answering questions, and giving samples will help you get more clients, freelancing clients. And of course, as you give value, your credibility improves. Credibility is earned through consistent actions aligned with values, not through words alone. So, meaning, um, the people who answers comments or answering questions, many of them like can say just like give little feedback, um, or something, and that's okay. There's no problem with that. However, um, if your answer is really genuine, consistent, and then sometimes giving them samples too of what they can do. Me sometimes I even send videos to the people who helps me. That's a good way of being credible, improving your credibility. You don't just say it's okay. Most people say that they like very short one sentence comment. If you put like tremendous, well, not really tremendous, but let's say genuine comment that's like a little long, like two, three, four sentences, that's already good. That will improve your credibility a lot. And here are some of my samples, my case studies from making posts. And because of this, my credibility improves. And as time goes by, I get my results are becoming better and better. Like this one, if you would check the date, it says April 25, right? It shows April 25. By this time, I was just starting to um, people just started noticing me. So I put a simple strategy on how to write emails, even if you don't know, if you even if you don't have anything that you can write. So this is just a simple strategy. But if you check the likes and the comments, it's very few. I only got around 26 likes, and then 4 comments. Now look what happens after a week. So I posted this in the same group on May 1, so that's 7 days, I think. And then look at my numbers. I got over 100 likes and over 20 comments. Because that 40 comments, half of that is me replying to the comments. But imagine just making a post, one post, and then 20 people will see it, will appreciate it. Um, because of this, many people will see that what you're doing is genuine and that you're an expert in whatever you're saying. That's what happens when your credibility is good, and it's and as you continue, your credibility piles up. It grows higher and higher. Okay, now let's go to the final part, which is the copywriting itself. So this is the fifth skill that you will improve if you start in getting clients instead of studying what copywriting is. You start with lead generation. So um, in a in a nutshell, or some of you might think, what really is copywriting, right? Well, copywriting, according to Google or to Wikipedia, is the act or occupation of writing text for the purpose of advertising or other forms of marketing. So, in a nutshell, copywriting is selling through written words. So, as long as you sell using text, using writing, that's copywriting. So even if you post something on online saying buy this, blah blah blah, buy this item, that's copywriting. Okay, so it's not effective copywriting, but that's what copywriting is. You're persuading people to buy from you. And here are my 4 ways to reach out to get clients. So there are several ways, and it's the ask way, direct way, sampling way, the super rapport. Um, okay, and but before you send anything, remember that your cold message, um, the cold message that you will use or that you will send will always depend on the level of relationship that you have with that person that will receive your message. So it depends on the level of relationship and the level of research and the types of leads. Okay, we're gonna talk about those types of leads in a bit. Okay. Um, Now here's the types of leads. Normally, people will, or other course creator will say that there's two types of leads, the warm and cold. But for me, there's three. Number one is the hot. These are the types of leads that are already looking for copywriters. So companies who post on job boards, like marketing agency looking for a copywriter. That's already a hot lead. Why? Because it's already, that company is already looking for a copywriter. You just have to approach him and then tell him that you're interested in, that you want to become his copywriter, or you want to work for him as a copywriter. That's the hot lead. Now the warm leads, these are people or companies that is not actively looking for copywriters, but they might need one in the future. Like, for example, email marketers or email marketing agencies. So an email marketer might not need a copywriter or an email copywriter now, um, but he might need it in the future because he's an email marketer or they're an email marketing agency. They would need email copywriters in the future, not now, but in the future. So those are the warm leads. Now the cold leads, these are the these are the people or the companies that you don't know if they would need copywriters. So for example, the let's say the company is, let's say someone an e-com company, someone who sells water bottles, right? So that company, you don't know if they need a copywriter because they're not posting, and then it's a water bottle company, so it's not a marketing agency, so you don't know if they would need copywriters in the future. So those are the cold leads or the cold market. Like me, my health coaches, my target markets health coaches, some of them are hot, some of them are warm, some of them are cold, because not all health coaches um, want or need a copywriter. Okay, so these are the four methods that I use for reaching out to clients. So ask is best used for any types of leads. So this is the simplest one, the easiest one, and it doesn't need a lot of research in the beginning. Um, this is a template that you can use. So for hot and warm leads, if you see them posting that they need a copywriter, or if you think they might need a copywriter in the future, you can just ask them. That's why it's called the ask method or ask way. So like this one, I saw his job post in a group in Facebook. So I just asked this person, hey, are you still looking for an email copywriter? And then I got a reply immediately. Hey Ryan, do you have an e-commerce copy experience? So he's looking for an e-com copywriter, which is not me. Of course, I was honest. I told him no, but I have some samples I wrote in the e-com space. Is it okay to send it? Can I send it? So this is the small wins that I was talking about earlier. Even though I didn't get this client, the fact that he replied to me means that um, whatever I do, it works. Now, what if he says yes, and I showed him my samples? Oh, there's a high possibility that he would have become my client, right? Even though I don't have experience in ecom. And here's my template number two. Um, this one can be for cold leads, or it can also be for warm leads. You can same question. Um, I mean, not really same question, but same thing. You're gonna ask a question, but it's kind of a different, or you're gonna ask the question in a different way. Like what I said here, I ask, do you work with freelance email copywriters? If so, I've written emails for businesses in the health coaching industry. Would you like to take a look? So that's it. That's very simple, right? So, and I don't need to do a lot of research. I just need to know if the person is a health coach and find out his email or his Facebook, and then I can send this. So if they say yes, if they work with freelance email copywriters like me, I can send them a sample of my emails that I did for that I wrote for in the health coaching industry. And whether they say yes or no, at least they replied. And you should, that's one of the small wins that you should celebrate. But if they say no, you can always reply like uh, that, like you can say no problem, and then ask him another question. Do you know someone, or do you know an organization that might need um, freelance email copywriters? You know, you can always ask that. Some of them will be angry, some of them will give you answers, but what's important is that they reply. Now, this is my second method. This is the direct method. So this is kind of longer than the ask method. Um, this works best if you have a portfolio ready, because you're gonna send this cold email or message, and you're gonna include your portfolio in that. This is an example. Um, I say, do you work with freelance email copywriter? Subject line is a question, right? And then I'll just say, hey there, I'll be straightforward. I'll keep this short and sweet as possible because I know you're busy running the name of the agency or the organization, and you can say that. And then you probably already have a fantastic team, but just in case you ever need an extra pair of hands, I'd love to offer myself as an email copywriter on call. So meaning, even though they already have copywriters, they already have people in their organization or company, you can lend your expertise in case they'd ever need someone like you. Um, and then you can include there your little research, check your website or sign up for your newsletter, and I would be honored to help you out should you ever need some extra brain power. So you're offering help, but you don't sound cocky, and you are respecting their time. And then the next paragraph says here, if you're open to working with a friendly, reliable, and skilled freelance email copywriter, you know, who's local to you, if your potential client is local, or you can just remove that if they're worldwide. And then at the end, you says here, you can check out here, or you can check me out here. You can check my portfolio. So that's why the portfolio is important, because if you're gonna um, if you're gonna offer your service to someone who doesn't really need your service, they must have some kind of a website or a portfolio where they can check how you write. So meaning, most probably they won't reply in this type of email, but in case they don't reply, you have a portfolio that they can look at. And if they look at it, and decided that you're a good writer, then maybe they can hire you. I tried this on Facebook and to a marketing agency, and I did got a reply. It says here, do you have free trials? So I sent this email, or I sent this message, and this marketing agency is asking for a free trial from me. So meaning, um, if I gave him a free trial, then I could have landed this as a client. However, I didn't continue because what they're asking me to do is kind of big. Because when I do free trial, I'll only probably do like one or two emails. That's it. Even five emails, I can give that for free. But here he wants me to work and um, get him clients, which could take some time. So I could be working with this company for, let's say, a week or a month, but I'm not gonna get paid. That's why I didn't accept his offer. You would encounter these types of people or agencies. It's, I don't know, it's natural. um, okay, now this is the third method. The I call it the sampling method. This is best used for warm leads and cold leads. Actually, these methods that I compiled, you can use it to any types of leads. But in my experience, these are the best types of leads where you can use these reach out methods. Sampling method needs thorough research. Why? Because you want the sample to be relevant to that person. Let's say you're targeting health coaches, but your sample is, let's say, um, for basketball coaches, right? So it won't work. It won't resonate with the receiver. That's why you need thorough research for this. So this is another example that you can use, or a template. So it says here, I don't know if this will increase your ROAS, return on ad spend. So kind of like a revenue when they run ads. So hi, I don't know if this will increase your revenue, return on ad spend. Just a bit of background. I've been helping, let's say, health coaches turn their subscribers into customers for the past 30 months. And then a little bit of personalization. I've been a follower of your company, and I like what you do because you help other people lose weight, become better person. You can say those things. And then now, for full transparency, I'm looking for one expert to work with, and I notice you don't have any welcome emails, so that's why you need to do extensive research, because you wouldn't know if they have a welcome email if you don't sign up to their newsletter, right? So once you notice what they're lacking, that's the time you create a sample that they can use. So if we're gonna continue, it says here, so I created something you could test for free. If you like the results, would it make sense for us to talk? And then put the link to your sample. So let's say you told them that they don't have welcome emails, and then you give him a sample of your welcome emails that they can use for free. Now, if your emails give them results that they'd like, they're gonna contact you, right? It might not be today, but in the future you'll be on top of their mind because you're the one who gave them results, right? That's the power of sampling method. You create a sample that's tailored for your target market. And lastly, the rapport method, or the super rapport method, can be used for any leads, but the relationship must be established already. Meaning, you and that other person are already friends. You know, that's why you need tremendous research here. And of course, there's also a sample. Um, okay, I'll give you a template that I use, and this one's long because you really need to compliment that person. That's why I call it super rapport. Let's read the email. It says here, first one, I recently stumbled upon your page, and I saw your video on how to make those delectable rosemary parmesan garlic smashed potatoes. See, even the name of the recipe is complete here. So and then I said it was really mouth watering. So I researched, I watched a video, and then I complimented this person's video. And then after that, I use emotional and relatable words so I can make them feel happy and excited. Words like, I'm a fan, I love your brand, you're amazing. um, you can say those words. And then what's important here is actually the relatable words. So it's words where they can relate with you. Like, for example, I said here, My kids love potatoes, so I said there the word love, and then I also put the word parent because this person is a parent like me. So that's the relatable words. Me and this person relates to each other because we're both parents. And as humans, we tend to like people who are related to us. So what I mean is, if I'm a parent, no matter how good I talk about parenting, I wouldn't resonate with someone who's not yet a parent because he's not in the in the situation. He's not in my shoes, right? So that's what relatable means. So I also says here, what else? My kids. So because I'm a parent, I have kids. This person is a parent. He has kids. She has kids too. And then I told her that the recipe seems like a perfect fit. So another emotional and you know, powerful word or compliment word. And then it says here that it's delicious, so emotions again. And then it could bring joy to my children's meals, emotion again. That's how you put emotions and relatable words in your copy or in your cold email. And then the third one, this is where kind of like the business um, is transitioning. Like first and second paragraph are personal, and then third paragraph is transitioning to business. So it says here, your dedication to promoting eating healthy habits truly resonates with me. I believe that the impact you're making extends far beyond just providing recipes. You're empowering individuals. So I wasn't just talking about the recipe, but the impact that this person is doing or giving to her followers. So they're becoming happy. They're getting recipes, healthy recipes for their family. Um, she provides healthier lifestyle. Those are the those are the things that aligns with 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 whom I want to work with. People who wants to help other people with their health. Um, that's the third paragraph. That's the important one. And then the fourth one, thank you again for making an impact or for helping others. And then that's also where you will transition where you're going to give the lead magnet or the sample. As you notice, I says here also I want to share something. And then the next paragraph, be humble. Don't expect that they would need this. Okay, don't sound cocky. As what I've said here, I know you may not need this anymore, so I'm not bragging. I'm being humble that she might not need this anymore, but I want to give it a chance. So it's like I'm saying, I know you don't need this, but this might help you, something like that. So you don't sound bragging, and you sound genuine. And then it says here what the lead magnet was about. It's a spreadsheet worth of 365 days of social media posts. So if she uses this, she doesn't need to think about um, what kind of post she will write per day because she already has a year worth of ideas. Then you can put there some social proof like this this social media helps some of my friends to have dynamic and engaging content. That's it. Very simple. And then provide the link. And then after that, the last paragraph, you end it with a thank you and compliment. Thank you once again, Ryan, for your commitment to making a difference in the lives of others. Your passion and expertise shine through in everything you do, and it's truly admirable. So you start with a compliment and you end with a compliment. That's why I call it super rapport, super compliment. Or maybe I should name it super compliment. Right, I should name this super compliment. That's a good one. is complement method. I like that one. I like the super complement versus the super rapport. Anyways, um, where are we? Template. Oh yeah, here it is. Here is the reply of the person whom I sent the that template. So even though she didn't become my client, I got a reply. It says, "Thanks for the info. I appreciate it." That's one of the quick wins, one of the small wins that you'll get if you do the things that I'm teaching in this mini course or mini presentation, right? And that's it. Um, Done with the course. Just a little recap. You guys learned why lead generation or studying lead generation first is the better way to get freelancing or copywriting clients. And then you also learn the different ways to reach out, my methods that I use. And then finally, the most important one is when you help, you build your credibility. You come from a place of help. Don't expect something in return because people will feel it if you're not genuine. And as long as you're genuine, the opportunities will follow through. And here are some facts from this course. Number one is, do you have to maintain a relationship with everyone? Definitely no. You don't have to maintain with everyone, especially if you got like hundreds or 200 people around you. It's gonna be hard um, to maintain your relationships with them. I'm not saying disregard them. I'm just saying that focus on the people who are always present in what you do. Like um, if you comment or if you help someone in a Facebook group, and then those people who supports you, who likes you, those are the people that you should maintain your relationship with. It's like the 80-20 rule, where you put 100% of the effort in the remaining 20% what you do. So you don't have to maintain a relationship with everyone. And then second fact is, what is a lead magnet? Lead magnet is an incentive that you use in email marketing usually, where they'll give you like a free gift, and then to get that gift, you have to sign up for their newsletter, where you have to put in your email. Like when you created a Facebook account, you have to put an email there, right? So it's like that, but you get an incentive, like templates or strategy guides, you know, um, like in Canva itself. For example, when you sign up in Canva, you need to put your email, right? And then at the same time, once you created an account and put your email, you get a lot of free templates for creating graphics. Uh, that's what a lead magnet is. It can be anything that you can get for free, and then you're gonna put in your email. And then the third one is, how do you choose a niche or a market? Um, for me, the factors that I have for choosing a niche or a market is, number one, profitability. I want to make sure that the niche or the market is profitable. I don't want to choose a market that has low numbers, low users, because it's gonna be hard to look for a client. Let's say my market is astronauts. Astronauts are very few in the world, right? They probably have a very small group. So it's gonna be hard for me to enter that market, and then um, you know build relationships with them, because they're very few. Unlike, let's say, in the coaching market, there's literally hundreds of groups about coaching, and in this one group of mine about coaches, There's like 100,000 people in them. So I have, um, I can be seen by 100,000 eyes whenever I post something about coaching. That's one of my factors, the profitability. And then number two is that, um, the market that I would choose is something that I already have experience with, something that I know. You don't have to do this too, but um, I relate to people who's worried about their health, because I have health problems too. So that's why my target market is health coaching, because I can talk to the customers of that health coach. That's why I choose that market. So that those are my two factors in choosing a market. And then for niche, well, my niche is email copywriting. Copywriting is a profitable niche. And then you can also choose social media management. Um, what else? Website developer, graphics designer. You know, those are the common niches, and if they're popular, they're profitable. Except I think copywriting is not that popular unlike social media, because everyone's on social media. But so that's one of the most famous niches around. And of course, there's also website developer, and that's it. I want to say thank you for being here with me, for listening. And in case you have questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Send me a message. I'll be here if I can help. And then one last thing, I challenge you to teach what you learned from me and other people. So if you're taking any courses, whatever kind of courses that is, aside from the one I taught you, I challenge you to teach it. Teach it to other people. Even if doesn't matter whether you say my name or not, or doesn't matter if you say that you learned this from me. I don't care. If you teach it, and other people will learn from you, then that means I did my job properly. And another thing, I think I saw this from a post or something, or maybe online. I forgot already. Um, it's like it shows there that for us as humans to remember the lessons that we learn, we remember it more when we teach it, rather than to just study it. So these things that I teach you, it's gonna remain in me. I'm gonna remember this for a long, long time because I teach it. But the many courses that I took, um, I don't remember, like maybe 60% of them, because I just studied it. I didn't teach it yet. So thank you. Um, and in the future, I'll probably do more mini courses like this. So watch out for those. This is just like part one or episode one of whatever. So thank you, and see you again in the next video.